Alright, now in this video, I will tell you about rain. What is rain? Rain is liquid water in the form of droplets condensing from atmospheric water vapor and then becoming heavy enough to fall under gravity. So, simply, rain is water falling in the form of droplets from clouds. How did the water fall from the clouds? The answer is the water cycle. The water cycle is the process by which water travels from the Earth's surface to the atmosphere and then back to the ground again. It is constant process with the same water going through the cycle over and over again. The Earth is water. Nearly all, about 97% of the Earth is water is contained in the oceans. A tiny amount is locked away as ice sheets and glaciers. This leaves a very small amount which travels around in our water cycle, although it may not always seem this way on wet days. The water cycle is divided into three stages. The first stage of the water cycle is when moisture from the sea and plains is lifted into the atmosphere. As the sun beats down, it warms the oceans, rivers, and lakes. This causes the water to rise into the air as water vapor. This process is known as evaporation. A tiny amount of moisture is also released from trees and plants. This is known as transpiration. The second stage is as the water vapor rises in the atmosphere, it cools and condenses, forming clouds. This process is known as condensation. It is the same process that makes you see your breath on a cold winter morning. Then the clouds will produce rain or snow, known as precipitation, which returns to the Earth's surface as water. The cycle then starts all over again. And then the last stage is only about 3/4 of the rain which falls back to Earth lands in the oceans. This is much less than leaves in the first place. The remaining water makes only a slow return to the oceans. Most is locked up in glaciers and icebergs and can take several thousand of years to complete its cycle. In tropical areas, the process can take just a few hours. The remaining water runs slowly overground, seeps into the ground, or is taken up by plants as the cycle begins again. This is a diagram of water cycle. Based on rainfall, rain is divided into four, namely. The first is 0 to 20 millimeters a day. This is called drizzle or light rain. The second is 21 to 50 millimeters a day. The third is 51 to 100 millimeters a day. This rain called heavy rain, and it causes us not go to school or go to work. It can also cause flooding in some areas. And the last, over 100 millimeters a day. This rain is called very heavy rain. Here are some examples of instruments used to measure rainfall called ombrometer. Based on the size of particles, the rain is divided into several kinds. The first is drizzle. Drizzle have less than 0.5 millimeters in diameter. The second is heavy rain. about 0.7 millimeters in diameter, and the temperature is above 10 degrees Celsius. The third is snow rain. Snow occurs when water vapor particles cool off in the atmosphere, falling to the earth in various forms and temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius. Snow happens in subtropical area. The fourth is ice rain. It has various forms and temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius. Ice rain usually occurs in the subtropical area, but in Indonesia, some time ago there was ice rain. This is because in that time, Indonesia entered pancaroba season. The last is acid rain. Acid rain is any form of rain that has acidity below normal. The acid is caused by the emission of carbon dioxide dissolved in the air, or because of rising levels of nitrate and sulfuric acid in the air. This is the diagram of acid rain. So, the question is, can we make it rain? The answer is yes. Rainmaking, also known as artificial precipitation, artificial rainfall, and pluviculture or artificial rain, is the act of attempting to artificially include or increase precipitation. Artificial rain is used to extinguish fires in forest fires, drought, air pollution, or agriculture. Rain has positive impact and negative impact. The positive impact of rain is fertile soil, the air feels cooler, more water supply, farmers can grow crops, and so on. The negative impact is we can't do activities, flooding in some areas, landslides, erosion, fishermen can't go fishing, and so on. Maybe that's all I can explain about rain. Thank you for your attention and see you.